Hey, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to Discussionverse, where I discuss all things movie, TV series, games, and comic book related. But in today's video, we're gonna discuss the Black Adam trailer that we recently got, and I'll kind of go over everything that we were shown. It does look really promising, although I do have some reservations going forward with Black Adam as the movie progresses. We're literally right around the release date, so I do have some reservations in terms of just how villainous they'll let the Black Adam be on film, because in the comic book he is pretty much the epitome of anti-hero. He's not very heroic at all. He has some small moments, but most of all he still is overall the bad guy, and there's no question about that. And I feel like they might make a little bit more wiggle room, especially with the fact that we have Dwayne The Rock Johnson now in a better limelight, whereas he doesn't want to kind of ruin that image that he has, I would say. So maybe it'll be more accepted. I feel like nowadays, though, like, the villain role is a more sought out, more fun role to really play, and fans really bounce off of that. I mean, look, we just got the Joker sequel announcement, right? That'll be a separate video, but not to get sidetracked. I still am looking forward to Black Adam, though. I do want good movies for DC. I really am a big fan of DC, more so than Marvel. Not to kind of stir up any rivalry or anything like that. There's really not that. I feel like that they bounce off one another, and it's only to make them better. I feel like it's really a big fandom thing to be really divided and have all these angry bouts. So yeah, but with Black Adam coming out with the Blue Beetle announcement and the set photos for that, everything looks great and is shaping up. I mean, The Flash is still getting positive reaction despite the controversy surrounding a certain actor involved with that. There still is hope for the DC going forward. But back to Black Adam, I think that this movie, like I said, does have its great moments that show, signs of promise and signs of life. But at the same time, it is just an official trailer, so I'm not going to get too excited and just I won't base my entire reaction off of that. I feel like that's very naive and early to do. But from what we're seeing, I'm loving it, man. I mean, like I said, we're getting Black Adam, Dwayne Johnson, who's been chasing this project since the early 2000s, specifically around 2006, 2007, where he was actually going to be Captain Marvel, aka Shazam, before he decided that he wanted to go after the Black Adam role instead, because there was a more positive feedback from fans back then, as he wasn't as, I would say, established as an actor by that point. I mean, he had a lot of good projects under his name, but he wasn't as big as he is right now, where he's been popping up in a lot of projects in the past 7-8 years, I would say. So there's that fact that we have going forward. We're also seeing Hawkman, which is pretty damn awesome, played by Aldous Hodge. Great actor, so I can't wait to see his presence on screen opposite Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And then we're getting the rest of the JSA, with Pierce Brosnan presumably leading the pack as Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate, which looks amazing on screen. I mean, we see glimpses of the comics. We see some powers that are very similar to the mirror magic that we see with Doctor Strange. Again, very similar characters. There's no discrepancy or there's no rivalry. It's just similar characters that bounce off one another. But it looks great. I mean, Dr. Fate is a badass character. If you guys remember from the Injustice games, I mean, that was so fun to play, on that battle mode, using his power set. We're going to see that on screen now in live action versus, the various appearances that he's had in the animated projects. So not to discredit those at all, because those are still relevant and those are still amazing, but it's time to see this on film, and I'm glad to see that Pierce Brosnan is bringing the Kent Nelson personality to life. It's interesting to note, though, that the helmet itself doesn't have eye slits, so that means that the possessor is more in control. There's no sharedness where we saw before with the eye slits, that shows that Kent Nelson and the ancient being known as Nabu are actually sharing consciousness and doing these heroic feats together. So that's an important thing to note about this. We also see Noah Centino's version of Atom Smasher, specifically playing the version Albert L. Rothstein, who is the godson of the Golden Age Atom in DC Comics. So it's possible we'll see some sort of connection play on screen, but it is exciting to see that we are getting Atom Smasher. We're also getting Cyclone, the granddaughter of Red Tornado, another Golden Age hero in the DC Comics. She will be played by Quintessa Swindell. And we'll also be seeing the villainous Intergang appearing in this film. As we see in the trailer, we see them riding around on those bikes, but in the comics, they are actually using apocalyptic technology. Last time we saw anything apocalypse related was in Zack Snyder's Justice League with all of the Darkseid stuff. So that's pretty exciting to see how this is going to play out in this movie and what that will look like, if it's going to share similarities or if it's going to kind of differentiate itself going forward in the film universe itself. So yeah, and we're also rumored to see a evil deity known as Sabak. They were reportedly eyeing a Marwan Kenzari to play Sabak, and it's rumored that he is very CGI heavy, and that's why there wasn't really anything shown in the trailers. And it's also kind of too early to really show the main villain, because it's not going to just be this gang. I mean, we see them kind of get seemingly taken out already in this trailer. So going from that, there is going to be a bigger bad, and it could be Sabak. So just be on the lookout for that. There's a lot of leaks going out that kind of say that this is the main villain. Other than that, there's really nothing else substantial as far as a different villain. So I'm going with this going forward. And yeah, again, it looks great. I'm excited to see this. It looks like a very fresh take, and I really have high hopes. I do hope that it sits well with audiences, so that way there's no reset or anything like that, or pushback for DC films, because we still have The Flash, we still have other projects that are in development like Blue Beetle. Like I said, I'll be doing a separate video on that, but a lot of these projects look really promising. So yeah, again, Black Adam 2022 trailer looks really great. I can't wait to see it debut on the big screen. And yeah, it'll be out on October 21st, 2022. So that'll be a few months from now, about 4 months from now. So we'll be getting a little bit more, maybe another trailer, and that's about it. I hope they really tried not to do too many TV spots, as it'll kind of give the rest of the movie away. So yeah, thank you guys for clicking on this video. As always, smash that like button, go ahead and leave a comment if you'd like. Let's talk about this a little bit more if you want to. And of course, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys once again. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.